Hello, good morning, everyone. It is morning. I forgot to get myself a drink. Damn. Oh well. I had water. I have water, so that's something I can have this morning. All right. How's everyone doing? Today is Tuesday. Tuesday what? May 27th. Man. Okay, so my old job, right? Sorry, my throat's a little funny. But my old job, right? I basically had to keep track of the days, like day after day, because I had this like radio broadcast thing I had to do, right? And I think one of the weirdest things to like really experience is the tracking of time, or like noticing the passage of time. It's so weird. And like, depending on who you are, like if you like run a schedule, right? Like you just do the same thing week by week usually, right? Usually people who have a 9 to 5, right? They go in, they do their 9 to 5, they go home, right? Rinse, repeat. And then like, it's literally the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And they don't really like realize that days are flying by, right? And that's like that's so dangerous in my opinion. It's like, next thing you know, like it's been 3 years and you've been doing the same thing every single day for 3 years. And even if you had like a yearly vacation, right? Let's say like a yearly vacation, you went to like, I don't know, Hawaii or Cancun or wherever, like some sort of beach place, right? Every year you did it. It's still like part of your schedule. Like, oh yeah, okay, it's the time of year where I need to go on vacation, you know? Or like, even like farmers, right? It's kind of weird because you need to think about it, right? There's like a harvest period, right? There's a planting period, there's a like growing period, and there's a harvest period, right? For farmers and stuff like that. It's a daily thing that's spread out through the entire year, and it's just like a loop of things. So like if you like keep doing things over and over and over again, you just don't realize the passage of time, and that's so fucked up in my opinion. So when I had this job where I had to keep track of the days, basically I had to do like the daily announcements. Basically I'd be like, good morning everybody, it's Akira Dolce here with the morning announcements. Today is Tuesday, May 27th, and the weather is really sunny today. It's nice and warm, so take off that parka and grab yourself a towel and head down to the beach, that sort of thing. The fact that I had to do that like every day, basically 5 days a week, basically, right? 5 days a week I had to do good morning everyone, it's Akira Dolce and you're listening to radio show, right? The moment you start to talk about things and you mention the date and you mention like the weather, right? Specifically, I guess the date. If you mention the date, you suddenly get super acutely aware of time that is passing, and it makes it feel slow, but at the same time, you realize how fast time is going. You don't realize it's been a year until you be like, oh my god, last year I started this thing. Or 2 years ago I started this thing, and I'm still here. Hello, welcome. Is my chat not working? Oh, did I forget to apply the chat here? Oh, I forgot to apply the chat here. Hold on a second. Bum. No, is that same properties? Okay, yeah, there we go. First time joining stream, welcome. I hope you guys enjoy. So today on the docket today, we just do some chatting. It's our daily Dolce day, so every I'm gonna say every Tuesday, Thursday, but every so often Tuesday, Thursday, we're gonna do our daily Dolces, the things that you see on my TikTok/shorts. So you guys can be here for that. So that's gonna be that. And then we're just gonna keep chatting some more because you know, just have some coffee with me. Even though I didn't have my coffee, I could brew a coffee right now. Actually, there's some K-cups. So yeah, I normally don't do K-cups. But one, I'm not at my usual home right now. I'm actually technically on vacation, and I'm staying at a friend's place, so I could use their K-cup machine if they, you know, if I so wanted to. But I'm not a K-cup person. I'm kind of a pour-over kind of guy. Even though K-cups are still kind of pour-overs, it's kind of weird. I'll be here shortly getting lunch. I'll have a good lunch. Eat well. Eat well, shit well, as some people say. And you know, that's always a good thing to shit well. A lot of people don't really think about this, but like healthy stool, you know, stool is like a really good indicator of health sometimes. And yeah, don't ignore that. I always thought it was weird. I'm sorry, we're talking about Dookie chat. It's Akira Dookie today, I guess. I always thought it was really kind of funny how whenever anyone went to the bathroom, right, they would do their business. They drop the kids off at the pool or whatever. They drop the Browns off at the Super Bowl, right, and then they would like come back, or like they would turn around and look at it. Like everyone does it. Everyone does it. Don't say that you don't do it, right? Because you do it. Everyone does it. Everyone takes a look at their masterpiece that they've created. So like, I just thought it was weird that we do that, but also it's really, really important that we do it. You know? Because like, what if something isn't there that's not supposed to be there? You know? If you're making spaghetti and all of a sudden mac and cheese comes out, like what's happening here? Oh yeah, or like blood or something, right? It's very important, very, very important, guys. Do not neglect what comes out of you as what else comes into you. All right? What's in your soul and in your something else that comes out of you. Anyways, good morning. We're talking about DJ Dookie. No, Akira Dookie. DJ Dolce is my rap name, but no. How's your guys' morning? Did you guys drink anything today? Did you guys eat anything today? That's like an important part of your daily life. You know, a lot of people also don't eat breakfast. I also didn't eat breakfast for a time, but I also had to work at like 6 in the morning. Like I had to actually no. I had to pop in at 5:30 in the morning. So when I worked at corporate coffee, I had to wake up at 5:30. So I never really had breakfast. So breakfast wasn't a real thing. Well, technically it was, because by the time I got my first break, right, it was already like 7 o'clock at corporate coffee. But like, you know, breakfast should be done like first thing in the morning, right? Right? I at least had time to brush my teeth. Guys, brush your teeth, guys. Also floss. Okay, it was my New Year's resolution, and so far it's going great. The one thing I said I'd do more of this year was to take care of my teeth better. Not to brush my teeth every day, but like to take care of my teeth better. And wow, the difference I feel. Also, when you floss, guys, I don't know if you know about this, but if you floss and then smell the gunk that it pulls out of your teeth, it will motivate you so hard to floss more. I guarantee you, okay? If you don't have floss if you have access to floss right now, go run, go get the floss. Stick it in between like 3 of your teeth, right? Or like 3 little gaps. 3 gaps in your teeth. 1, 2, 3. Smell that shit. You are gonna be like, damn, I need to floss more. And like, yeah, that's been my big motivator. Like, oh god, this is in my mouth. And the thing is that like, when that's in your mouth too, right? People can smell that when you open your mouth and you talk to them, right? If you're getting really close or intimate, you know, that shit's gonna be breaking the mood. You know, you're performing, you're you know, sitting down in the office for that promotion, and you're like, hey boss, I'm gonna lean in real close and tell you how much I want this promotion. And he's like, oh, your teeth stink. Sorry, we're going to go with another candidate. I just made bicep? What is that? What's bicep? Is that a bread? I know people were making bread a lot in 2020. It's close to midnight. Oh damn. What time is that? I guess you're in like Asia, huh? That's crazy. I used to live in Japan, and so like the time zones really fucked me up. But now I can do morning streams like normal, and not at like midnight streams and be like, good morning everybody, I'm drinking coffee, it's midnight for you guys. Now it's the opposite way. hibiscus-based drink. It's really good. Oh. Ooh. I wanted to hop in your stream. Well, thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. I think, you know, a lot of self-care stuff is really, really underlooked. It's like mentally and physically. You know how crazy it is that people don't shower? Oh, you know what's actually even crazier? How much people don't even know what a loofah is. It's crazy to me, actually, for real, that people don't know what a loofah is and don't use one in the shower or the bath or whatever, right? Hello, welcome in. Please enjoy. Have a seat. Enjoy yourself. Sorry, my throat's a little, I'm gonna be a little, this morning. I probably need to maybe drink more water. What was I talking about? Self-care, right? Loofahs, right? There are people who don't like use loofahs, and like there's a ton of dead skin on your body when you shower that doesn't come off in the shower. So like, guys, please use a loofah. You'll feel so much better. Like, also the thing is that like, if you're doing proper self-care, your body will feel good. You know, it'll feel better than anything you've ever felt before, and I can guarantee it. Welcome back. I don't know. Something about a nice fresh shower with a nice florally soap on a loofah, like that stuff, man. That stuff is like, you come out feeling like a newborn, guys. It's crazy. Some people use a washcloth instead. I find loofahs too inconvenient. Well, you know, they don't use anything as a thing. It's like some people don't use like a washcloth or a loofah or like anything. They just rub the bar of soap on their body, which like I guess is okay. Some people don't even do that, you guys. Am I ready to blow your mind, guys? Some people don't even use soap in the shower. Explosion in your brain. But yeah, some people just like rub the soap on their body and then just call it a day. And I'm like, oh god. The soap I recently got, kind of expensive, helped my skin a lot. Yes, we love that. A little expensive, no, not fun. What's the point then? The illusion that you're clean. The illusion that you are self-caring. So I have very particular hair. I need to use dandruff shampoo, right? There's something about my scalp that really does not take to a lot of shampoos as well. And so when I was in Japan, right, I lost access to a bunch of the usual stuff I get for my hair and stuff, right? And I was like, okay, well, I'll just go with like regular shampoo, like, you know, some standard shampoo. I had the worst dandruff and scalp itchiness I had in fucking years. I was like, oh my god, there's a reason why I'm using all that stuff. It was miserable, and like I was like flaking everywhere. It was kind of gross, and like I was a little embarrassed about it. And then like I was like, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna switch brands. I'm gonna switch brands. I can't do this. I know it's gonna be a little bit more expensive, but I'm gonna do it. And boy howdy, okay, the funniest thing, like I was using that shampoo for like maybe about 6 or 7 months, right? And I was like, oh god, this is like miserable. The moment I used that new shampoo, it burnt my skull. It made my skull feel numb. And I was like, what the, this isn't supposed to happen. But it was supposed to happen. It was supposed to happen. Because what it was doing, it was removing all that shit that was happening up in my scalp. It was clearing up any like fungal bacteria, you know, that causes dandruff and stuff. And for a while, it was kind of miserable to use the shampoo for that exact reason. But literally the month after, the stinging sensation went away. I lost all the dandruff that was there, and like, oh, I was like, thank fucking god. I should be revising right now. 16 exams? What the frick? 16 exams? Do you use 5-in-1? I don't use 5-in-1. I use 21-in-1. You can use it as a barbecue sauce if you wanted to. Australian botanical soap. That sounds real awesome, though. I can only use one kind of shampoo now. So the thing is that you can actually use more than one shampoo, right? So, when you shower, you're actually supposed to have multiple shampoos. So like the first one's supposed to is supposed to be like general care, and then like the other one's supposed to be like, you know, silky moisturizing stuff. Like if you use multiple shampoos, right, that's fine, as long as you don't overwash. Men's shampoo, men's products are so stupid. I fucking hate it. Oh my god, I go to the store, I go to like the like, I don't know, the deodorant section. Specifically the deodorant section is like the worst. When you go to the deodorant section and you see like for men, and it's like $14 for a stick of deodorant, and you look over like literally one segment over where it's like the either the gender neutral or like the female stuff, and it's like Dove deodorant, $3. I'm like, holy shit, am I like paying 4 times the amount just to be a man? Like, I don't want to be a man if that's the case. I'm allergic to men's perfumes. Oh geez, that doesn't sound very fun. Basic shampoo, clean, green apple, Head and Shoulders. Oda, you literally have the exact same thing that I use. At least when I was in America. In America? Yeah. Ba-ba-da-bum. Green apple. It just makes... I love green apple smell. Green apple smells so good. Yeah, I would be like a little sad if I couldn't experience men's perfumes. And yes, perfumes. They're not cologne. It is a perfume. Perfume. You know, it's okay to be emasculated. Is that the word? Emasculated. Emasculated. Meow. Who let that cat in here? Yeah, I don't know. I feel I'm being like men's products so weird. I don't know. Actually, in Japan, there was like these blackhead remover strips. I'm not sure if you guys have used those before, right? But the blackhead remover strips, where you just apply it on your nose, you stick it on there for like, you know, 20 minutes. You let it sit, you let it do its thing, and then you rip out the blackheads. There was a product in Japan that was like for men. I was like, what do you mean for men? Everyone gets blackheads. Jesus. There's like men's nail clippers too. Like men's nail clippers? We need a masculine version of this. These are harsh on the skin too, yeah. I don't like to use them. I did like to use them when I was a teenager. Because I did get really, really bad blackheads. At this point, I'm literally like, I don't care about them anymore. Can you see them? Do I have any blackheads on me? Yeah. But the fun thing about having the blackhead remover is peeling it off and seeing all that stuff on the sheet. It was like kind of cool. It's like looking at like your own boogers or something, but like it's your exterior boogers. Men's scissors. Listen, I've seen men's scissors. Go to your local Walmart. I swear there's like men's scissors. Men's nails are actually kind of harder to cut than women's. Oh, really? Is that's not real, is it? That's not. I don't believe you. Sorry, my eye clinic, my eye doctors are calling me. I don't know. Should I answer it? I'm gonna answer this. Hold on. I'll be right back. Yeah, that was my eye place. They're telling me that my glasses are in. So. Your skin is as polished as rocks on the beach. No way. It's just a beauty filter. Don't worry about it. All my products for men's products probably cost around $400 US. God damn. For men. Listen, just buy the women's stuff. I don't believe you though. I don't believe you when you say that men's nails are harder to clip than female nails. I don't believe you. I really don't. And do you know why I don't think that? It's because I use women's nail clippers, and I am biologically born a male. Mostly toenails. Okay, then that's why we use toenail clippers. There are specific toenail clippers for that. You do that. Also, your nails soften up in the shower or like in water, right? So like have a bath, have a shower. When you come out of the shower, trim your nails. Why do I know so much about beauty stuff? This is so, I didn't realize I knew this much. There's toenail clippers. Yeah, there's specific toenail clippers. They're usually bigger and bulkier, and those are the things that you use on your toes. Wait, you guys don't know about toenail clippers? Well, you guys learned something new today. Yeah, there's toenail clippers out there. They're big and bulky, and you can use them on your fingernails too, but because of how big and bulky they are, they don't feel good. So like I just use women's, I guess nail clippers. Yeah, take a shower, have a bath, and then after your bath, just remind yourself to clip your nails, and then so much easier to clip your nails. Yeah, I don't file my nails though. I probably should, but like they usually get like worn down through time anyways. I think I just grew up using the big ones for my nails. Yeah, you probably use toenail clippers for your nails. There's nothing wrong with that. There really is nothing wrong with using toenail clippers on your fingernails. I have a whole nail set lit. There's 5 different types of clippers. Wow. You know what? That makes me really, really uncomfortable. I understand why we have these things on our hands. Sorry, I'm looking at my hands right now. I understand why they have these on our hands. But our cuticles, like, I like cuticles. I don't know about you guys. I like when the cuticle like protects your nail. I hate it when people push that shit back. I hate it. I don't know why. I can't. I'm just like, nope, they should be covering your nails. They should be protecting you. I don't like it. I hate it when cuticles are not there. Thank you. Thank you. Right? My cuticles right now, there's a reason why they're called cuticles right now, because they're looking so cute right now. I don't know. Also, like, hey, I don't know if you guys have ever touched another person's hands before. I know it's really rare in this day and age. Right? If you've ever touched someone's hands before and you've run your finger across their finger onto their nail, that feeling of cuticle, you guys are doing it right now, okay? I know you're doing it. Yeah, when you rub your cuticle, when you rub someone's cuticle, it's like a little bit of an intimate feeling. I like how I named, I named, if you saw the thumbnail to this, right, it says collaborations, and I wanted to talk about some collaboration stuff, but like I think beauty talk is happening right now. So I want to talk about it a little bit more. Shush, I wasn't. Yeah, you can tell yourself that. I know. So I don't know if you guys do cosplay stuff, right? But cosplay also requires a lot of self-care. I kind of want to like switch out and use my contacts right now. I don't know why. I just don't feel like wearing my glasses right now. Anyways, cosplays, right? So like cosplay requires a lot of self-care and like care in general for all your shit if you want it to last a long time. Contact lenses, right? Contact lenses. So there's circle lenses, right? And then there's just your regular lenses, right? But circle lenses are so, they take so much care, and they're so important because your eyes are like, literally like half your life. unless you're blind, then like that's a little bit of a different story. But like, yeah, you shouldn't stick things in your eyes that could potentially hurt them. And if you like mistreat your contact lenses, your circle lenses, they're really prone to scratching your corneas. So like, spending that time to do that, I want to put my contacts in right now, actually. Hair. Sorry, I was thinking about body hair from this, right? So like, I do my eyebrows, guys. For cosplay, I do my eyebrows because, like, you know. Two things about this. One, when you pluck your hairs out of your face or like anywhere, it's kind of surprising how much hair is actually inside of your skin. I don't know if you guys ever plucked your own hairs before, but like, it's kind of satisfying. It's a little satisfying to see how much hair is like lodged into your skin. I don't know, is that weird? The second thing is that like when I do cosplay, I shave my legs. I don't shave my legs, I wax my legs. And generally, from my experience, I know waxing too much can be bad for your skin and stuff like that, but like, from my experience, waxing hasn't really done anything terrible to my skin recently. And yeah, I feel like I should like, I kind of want to like, if I had laser hair removal on my entire body that was not my head, I guess maybe I would, you know, take out some of my facial hair too. Maybe like, maybe my eyebrows too. But if I had like laser hair removal on my body, I think that would be peak. I never want to wax ever again for cosplay. And like, I don't even really like having body hair. It's not like I notice it every day, but like when I like, you know, go to the beach, right? Or like, you know, I go swimming or whatever, and I see my hairy legs, I'm like, wow, this could be hairless if, you know, if I really wanted it to be. I don't know. Some people really like body hair. Some people don't. I really don't like it on me. I don't think I could ever wear contacts, the idea of putting something in my eyes. Yeah, there's some people who don't really like eye stuff. I know my friend, they can't watch people put contacts into their eyes. Not wear them themselves, but they can't watch other people put it into their eyes. Because they're just like, oh my god, eyes. Bleh. They maybe saw like that scene in Dead Space where the needle in the eye or something. I don't know. I don't play Dead Space. Harlots. I'm a harlot? I'm harlot? No. Hairless legs feels great. I don't know. I feel more aerodynamic. I also, like, I was a swimmer. I did front crawl. I did competitive front crawl, so like having no hair on my legs was also very, very nice to have. The one thing though, like I use was it tights? I use tights and leggings if I ever have to do like a female presenting cosplay, right? Having hair there with tights or leggings, when you take that shit off, it's uncomfortable. That's another thing too. So like that's also why I do it. I don't know, body hair, it's natural. Like there's a reason why we evolved to have body hair, right? Do you guys actually know why we have body hair? It's actually a really, really interesting thing. So like, you know, back in, you know, guys, when you see like cavemen, right? You see like very, very hairy men and stuff like that. Like it's usually very, very a hairy man. So body hair is there so we can protect our skin. It's an extra layer of protection. So when you, like, for example, right? When you rub like a dog's fur, right? You're not actually touching the skin, right? If you try to scratch your dog, you're not really scared of scratching up their skin, right? Because the fur is in the way, right? So that's kind of like the reason why we had it. But like, there's also a very, very small amount on people. So like, obviously when you scratch somebody with body hair, you're going to scratch their skin, right? But also the hairs are there to keep the skin in place. as well. So like, you gotta think of it like hairs are like anchors to the skin. It's also why we have it on our head, because our head is very, very like sensitive, or like, no, it's a very, very important part of our body. So that's why we have hair there. Also, onto our genitals, we have hair there because we tend to have that rub against things a lot, because we don't have the ability to retract it, right? Men don't have the ability to retract their dinglings. So there's hair there to protect it. As for females, it's probably just like a genetics thing, because what happens to the male side happens to the female side, sort of thing. Also, I don't have one, but like I assume like rubbing that area up against things probably isn't very comfortable. Also, we have like clothes and stuff like that, so like, yeah. Rubbing against your clothes probably isn't too comfortable, so like it's good that we have hair there. When you see like a lot of like facial hair, like men with really, really big bulky beards, right? That's an evolution thing as well. That's people, they're like more natural born warriors, because like I said before, how like it kind of anchors their skin, right? So like if they were to like take a blow to the face, the hair would cushion some of it, right? And second, it would hold some of the skin together. And so, yeah, body hair. It's really important. I don't like it though. I don't need protection. We don't need protection where we're going. Cool. I'm also too traumatized to do anything about it. That, you know, I was kind of the same. I was kind of too like, oh my god, people will notice my legs are shaved. Oh my god, I'll have no hair on my legs. People are gonna think I'm... And then I realized I don't care. I realized I don't care if people think I'm feminine or masculine or whatever. I'm literally just gonna be me. I'm gonna do what's comfortable. Repeat the protection bit? No thanks, I'm good. I'm Native American, so beard doesn't work on me. Hold up. No, I think it works. I think it would work. I think it could work. The thing is that I can't grow long hair. So if I try to grow my hair out, people are like, oh, you can, like, growing out your hair is, anybody can grow their hair long. I was like, no, I can't. I literally cannot. I tried to grow my hair out for 3 years, but by the way, one time I tried to grow out my hair for 3 years. It never left my shoulders. It never left my shoulders. And the reason why is because when my hair reaches a certain length, and this is my hair. It's not for everybody's hair, but it's my hair. My hair reaches a certain length, it falls out. And then it starts to grow new hair. And my hair clogged up the drain so much that I'm like, okay, you know what? It's not even worth it to try to grow my hair out if it's just gonna fall out. In my genetics, beards don't grow properly. Yeah. Yeah, I can't grow a beard. I can't really grow a mustache. I can't grow my hair past my shoulders. But yeah. Hair. Oh, speaking of hair, right? For the longest time, I didn't have a product to put in my hair. So I kind of just like freeballed it with like brushing it and stuff, like using my natural oils. Japan, guys, if you've ever like live in Japan or pick up Japanese products and stuff like that, their hair gels go fucking hard. Man, people are like, oh, Korean beauty products. Go for like some of the Japanese hair products, man. Those are crazy. There's this one that like, it's like tangerine scented, and it doesn't make my hair like crusty, but it makes my hair spiky somehow. It makes my hair spiky and not crusty, and I'm like, holy shit, this is like brand new technology. It's probably not brand new technology, but it was new to me, and I was like, holy shit, I need more of this stuff in my life. Growing my hair out for like 8 years, don't care what people say about it. Long hair, even if it's less masculine. You know what? I honestly think that sometimes that long hair is masculine. If you've ever like seen like men with high ponytails, like that is the most manly thing I've ever seen, honestly. A man with a high pony. Chef's kiss, man. Chef's kiss. As long as you like, as long as you like shampoo that shit, you take care of it. You maybe use some like shampoo oils, make sure it's nice and sleek and clean and not matted and tangled. You take care of that. You take care of that hair. Put it up in a ponytail. All these bitches crawl. All skeet skeet, motherfucker. All skeet skeet, goddamn. I've been wanting to use actually more hair oils, but like also I have short, like my hair doesn't need oiling right now. As soon as it touches my neck or ears, I'm getting overwhelmed. Oh, a sensory thing. Ah, yes, I understand. I understand. Long hair. You guys, when people say like I really don't know how to word this exactly, but when people are like, get a haircut and maybe you'll get a girlfriend sort of thing, like when it's to men that are like, get a haircut and maybe you'll get a girlfriend. How about like, fuck you? Cause I think long hair isn't bad. But like, if you take care of it, like seriously, like it's not get a haircut. It's like, take care of that hair and you'll like see a difference. Yeah, long hair love, guys, long hair love. I got my hair cut short yesterday. Missed my semi-long hair. Okay, so when I cut my hair, there's 2 phases of cut hair for me, right? So the first phase, so I cut my hair the same way every time. I don't know if you've ever seen like the Korean, it's not like a bowl cut. It's sort of a bowl cut, right? So like this, it's like an undercut, right? You get an undercut around like the sides of your head, and then like the top of your hair is a little bit longer. That's like how my hair is. Like if you've seen like Korean, it's popular in Korea. That's all I know. It's popular in Korea because I get my hair cut by a Korean lady. It starts out like that, right? And then as it grows out, it starts to actually look at like exactly like this. Actually, my hair literally looks like this. And I vastly prefer my hair to be like this, but like obviously like I can't maintain it like this exact length every single time. So like I have to go through this phase of like, yeah, I have to kind of look like a fuck boy for a couple months, and then I can have like some semi-decent hair. Yeah, my hair's not quite where I want it to be right now. Looking at it right now. I love shaking and blowing my hair around. Oh, that's so beautiful. Okay. I don't know if you guys have ever seen drag shows, right? But the shit that they do with their hair at drag shows, it's so cool. It flows, it like waves. It's like majestic. It's like watching a horse, guys. It's like watching a horse. Not that drag queens are horses, but like they have the majestic energy of a horse. And I always appreciate that. Also just confidence, man. Confidence is sexy. So I watched a documentary technically yesterday and the day before. I split it into 2 parts. But I watched the I don't actually know if I want to talk about this, but I have to mention it now. So like I watched a documentary about a particular incel, like a problematic person who was like, they were a virgin until they were college, which is it's not bad if you're a virgin until college. It's not. But they had some like confidence issues, right? And every time it showed them being insecure and being like, oh, I don't have nice eyes. Oh, my hair, I don't like my hair. Oh, I'm ugly. People don't like my nose. I'm like that's so unattractive, love is attractive, and the coolest thing about love is loving yourself, because that's awesome. You should love yourself. I always appreciate. That's the sexiest thing a person can do is self-love. I'm not even joking. If somebody's like, I love me for who I am, I'm like, I love you for who you are. Lemon Leaf, hello, welcome, welcome. I'm doing great. Self-love, yeah. No, it's so cliche, right? It's so cliche when people are like, how can you love somebody else if you don't love yourself? And that's so fucking true. Listen, fellas, ladies, everyone in between. If you don't love yourself, that's the first step. Love yourself. I could say a couple things here. I think people take too much stock in what's sex and what it can do for you. Sex is nothing. Like, let's say sex is literally just for babies. I mean, it feels good, right? Cool, it feels good, but like, it literally has no basis on your social standing. It does not. It does not. Yeah. It really doesn't. But yeah, no, so like, I don't know, the thing is, like, when I see like somebody who doesn't love themselves and they want like a relationship, right? They want validation from somebody else, right? One, that's not very good. I'll tell you that much, guys. If you are looking for somebody to love you, but you don't love yourself, that is very, very bad. It can be very, very toxic really, really quick. So don't do it, right? The second thing is that, like, if you don't love yourself, right? What traits do you value then, right? If you don't want somebody do you want somebody that's like not like you at all? Like, do you really want to like be in a relationship with somebody who's like not like you? You cannot relate to them. You cannot, like, share experiences together. You can't, like, admire the things that you guys admire. That sounds so painful and boring, and I'm gonna throw myself off a bridge sort of situation. I was like, imagine being locked in that sort of thing. Bleh. I never understood why people are so shook when they found out someone's a virgin. I don't know. Yeah. Still working on the loving myself part. Good on you. Love yourself. Okay. Love yourself exercise, okay? Love yourself exercise. Okay, think about one thing that you've done this week. It doesn't have to be today, it doesn't have to be yesterday, just this past 7 days. Think of one thing that you really liked that you accomplished. It could be like as simple as being able to brush your teeth in the morning, okay? Like, that's something that not a lot of people can do. Trust me, not a whole bunch of people have brushed their teeth. And the fact that you've done it, that's pretty dang awesome. You got out of bed, you have a job? That's crazy. People love jobs. We want to work, except we don't want to be exploited for work, but that's a different story. But you have a job, and that's pretty dang awesome, right? You have a job. And if you don't have a job, then, like, you have a lot of good traits about you. Like, you have aspirations of wanting to do things. You have, like, what's one thing that you love that you want to pursue? Like, I want to be a musician, right? I love music. Like, yeah, you know what? Music is a really cool hobby to be into. Yeah, you know what? Hobby's fun. That hobby's fun. It's cool. You can do a lot of things with music. It can convey a lot of emotions. My brothers are calling me. Bye, Nee. Thank you for popping by. Just think about one cool thing about yourself. And it might be hard. I know for some people it's a little hard. But just think about one cool thing about yourself. And then just do that every so often. It doesn't have to be every day. Just do it every so often. Be like, you know what? I am good at Dark Souls 3. I can quote Star Fox 64 in its entirety. I could backwards long jump in Super Mario 64. there's a big counterpoint of what you said. I want to say about the if you don't love yourself, you can't someone. I mean, it's not like that you say you can't, right? But like there has to be some sort of self-love to like to have a healthy relationship, I should say, a healthier, because there are different dynamics. I won't deny there are different dynamics on things, but I know somebody who had issues with their parents, right? And this is gonna be a little deep. This is gonna like a little depressing, but like I won't get too into it. But they had problems with their parents, right? And so therefore they had this sort of inferiority complex because they weren't the person their parents wanted them to be. And so, you know, because they lived in the shadow of their parents' expectations, right? They constantly seeked validation from other people. And when they were in a relationship, they constantly did things that they weren't comfortable with because the other person wanted whatever it is, you know, like, oh, like they wanted to be, you know, into Monster Hunter, like they like their partner was like really into Monster Hunter, right? And they knew them so well that like you probably would not like this game at all, actually. And then they like played it out of spite and they hated every single moment of it. And they're like, I was like, yeah, like I don't know what you're expecting. I really didn't know what you're expecting. Like they know you well enough that they can give you recommendations on games, and they're like, even though I'm super into this, I don't think you're gonna be into it. And they like push themselves through that. I'm like, why did you do that to yourself? Or like they also did like cosplay stuff because like my friend groups, a large portion of my friend group is into cosplay stuff, right? They would constantly be doing cosplays that they weren't familiar with because people liked the look of it. And that's not necessarily that they liked the design, but that they liked the attention inside the, you know, in the cosplay. And it really led to a lot of unhealthy habits. And when I think about that, right, this person, they didn't have the self-love that they needed, and it really affected their relationships with other people. And which is why I'm like, you really have to learn how to love yourself, because those cracks will show eventually. And when those cracks show, the whole thing will shatter. I will like, it sucks, man. I hated seeing it. I really hated it seeing it happen. But, you know, yeah. You can only wear a mask for so long before it dry rots. Exactly. So, like, don't be the person that people want you to be. Love yourself. Be who you are. People will find you. The people who love you, the people who love to see that part of you will love you. They'll find you. It's rough. But yeah, that's besides the point. Yeah. Anyways, masking. ADHD, baby. Autism. Masking is hard, guys. It's so weird. The funny thing about masking, guys, right? So the entire game premise of Persona 5, technically Persona 3 and 4 as well, but specifically Persona 5 really hits the nail on the head, or like it hits it on the nose or whatever. Persona 5, they make masking seem like a superpower. And it kind of is, right? But it's also a little bit detrimental, because if you're stuck wearing one mask, right? Where does one mask start and where does one mask end, sort of thing? It's rough. Oh, what's his name? Jim Carrey. So I don't like Jim Carrey, guys. I don't like Jim Carrey. Boo, throw tomatoes at me. Boo, get him off the stage, right? But I don't like Jim Carrey. And I realized that I It's not that I don't like Jim Carrey. I don't like the Jim Carrey mask. And not the mask that the movie he was in. I don't like the Jim Carrey persona. I really don't like the Jim Carrey persona. The moment he stops being Jim Carrey, I appreciate him more. I really do. Like, I've seen him on like talk shows and stuff like that. The moment he's not trying to be Jim Carrey and he's just a guy doing the things that he likes to talk about, I appreciate him so much more. Have you played Metaphor? I have not played Metaphor. I don't have time for an RPG at this time right now. I love Persona. Persona 5 is great. It makes sense. Yeah. That's why it makes it such... I love him as Robotnik. I really do. And you know why? Because he's not trying to be Jim Carrey at certain points. When he's... Okay, I didn't like him as Robotnik in the first movie. I really didn't. I was like, ugh, that's just such a weird choice. But in Sonic movie 2 and 3, he's not playing Jim Carrey in those movies. He is playing Robotnik. He is playing Eggman. In those movies, he is amazing. In the first movie, he's doing the things that are like, oh, Sonic the Hedgehog, sort of thing, you know? It's like, I've seen 4 million people on this planet, and there's none like you. Like, yeah, but like, you know, he's doing the Jim Carrey-isms, right? But the moment he's like, Papa, what is the longest English word in the English dictionary? Right? No. That's not a Jim Carrey moment. That's a Robotnik Eggman moment. I'm like, God damn, he nailed that. Real Jim Carrey's up at nearly 6 a.m. to paint. Oh, I love that for him. I love that for him. That's See, you see, I hate Jim Carrey, but I love Jim Carrey. James Carrey? Is that his name? James? I hate Jim Carrey, but I love James Carrey. Bum, bum, bum. It's a good time. I like how we still have not even talked about the main topic I wanted to talk about today. But maybe we'll do it after the Daily Dolce. We're going to do the Daily Dolce in about 5 minutes here. I know Metaphor, going back to Metaphor ReFantazio, I know it has a bunch of like Persona references. I wouldn't say a bunch, but it has like some Persona references, and like that's pretty cool. There's no dating in that game, huh? Is that why people like it? Is that why people hate it? There's that Obscura 33 game as well that people have been super into for RPGs. Why is there sudden RPG love now? Metaphor's gonna be free soon? Oh, I'm glad I didn't buy it. He has to have his persona because that's what sells his movies. Yeah. The Hollywood mask. He hates... Thank God, Jim Carrey solidarity. I hate the Jim Carrey Hollywood mask. Oh, Xbox Game Pass. It's technically not free then. But Game Pass. I love the... Okay, so I love the idea of Game Pass so much, right? I love the idea of it. In practice, it's garbage. It's like, it just turns your Xbox or whatever, or your PC into a Netflix machine, but for games. And the thing, so it works for some things, right? So for like RPGs, right, that you only want to play once, or like short games that are you can beat with your friend in like, you know, in like 10 hours, right? Those are great games to have on Game Pass because you play it, you're done, you move on to the next, right? But like if you have a game like Metaphor on Game Pass and it takes you like 5 months to beat it, I feel like you should just own the game at that point. Like for example, hold on a second. Steam has a sale right now. Hold on. Steam has a sale right now. Metaphor. No, just kidding. It's not on sale anymore. Oh, it is on sale. Sorry, it is on sale. Okay, so it was on sale for 60 Canadian dollars, right? Game Pass is about 12 Canadian dollars, if I remember correctly. Hold on, how much is Game Pass for Canadians? Even worse, $15 a month. $15 a month, all right? So, let's do the math here, guys, right? So, if it's $15 a month, right, and it takes you 4 months to beat the game, you basically just have you played the game for its entire duration of its money length, right? This is only talk about money length, right? But if it takes you 6 months, 7 months, right, to beat it, you might as well have just bought the game. Bye, Lemon. Thanks for stopping by. Game Pass Ultimate. Oh, that's even worse then. Hold on. Game Pass Ultimate? Pass Ultimate. Price. Canada. It's even worse. It's $22. Yeah, at that point, just buy the game. At that point, just buy the game, because it's going to take you a lot longer. I guess you could kind of binge it, but yeah. But, like, I don't think RPGs belong on Game Pass. Like, maybe for, like, an introductory sort of thing. Like, oh, I want to try this RPG. I want to see if I like it sort of thing. But, like, no, man. $22 a month for Game Pass Ultimate. Damn. Yeah, just buy the game. Just buy the game at that point. You can replay it a couple times if you wanted to, too. But yeah. With something like Nintendo Switch Online, like, because Nintendo Switch Online technically does this too, right? They do like a... sorry. They do like a... You can play these old Nintendo games again, which is like, you know, for a subscription or whatever for Nintendo Online. But like, I use Nintendo Online for multiple things, not just the game library, you know? I use it for like Smash Online to play with my friends. I buy the what is this called? The icons, the profile pictures. You can buy those profile pictures with Nintendo Switch Online. There's like other features, right? So like, honestly, if RPGs were included in like Xbox Live subscription service, is that even a thing anymore? Is Xbox Live even a service, paid service? I feel like it is. It is. Yeah, because PlayStation Network is also a paid thing. But like, longer form games should be like, if they wanted to do that, right? If they wanted to do that, if they want to do like a Game Pass, right? A Game Pass that's included with like Xbox Live. That is Xbox Live? Oh, okay. Well, I take it back. I know PlayStation Network actually has several different, so you have to pay for PlayStation Network, and then you have to pay for PlayStation Now, which is like two different things. And like, why would you pay for PlayStation Now and PlayStation Network? I feel like a lot of the games should just come with, you know, whatever. But like, the shorter games, like if the shorter games were included in the more premium, and like the longer games were included in the basic package, I feel like that's a lot more, it makes more sense to me as a consumer. But like, it's just renamed. It's not Xbox Live anymore. It's just Game Pass. Well, I'm not part of that branding marketing era. I'm a Nintendo fangirl and a PlayStation girly. So, all right, you guys want to do some of our daily Dolces? Let's do our daily Dolces. Wow. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Well, okay. Well. Did that mess that up? Hold on a second. I think I messed that up. Whatever. Okay. We're just gonna live with that. Okay. Bum 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 ba ba bum 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 bum. Oop! I screwed that up. Oop. 1,000. There we go. Yeah, I think that messed it up a little bit. That's fine. We'll just revert. It's fine. We don't need that. Okay, what do I need to do? I need to do this. There we go. Bum. Bum. Bum, 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 bum. Just gonna make sure you guys are hearing everything. Yeah, okay, we're good. Okay. My 1 day streak, that's technically not a 1 day streak. All right, let's see here. Who do we have? Images. All right. Bomb. So was it Garogar? Is that how you say his name? Garogar33 says party. Let's party. That's a really good one, actually. P, R, and a T. Trap. No, there's no A. Trope? A trope. There's an O. Okay. I forgot to hit record again. Damn it. Not necessarily a bad thing, but like my quality is gonna be a little shitty. OP, OR, ORP, maybe ORP, ORP, with a T in it. No, it doesn't start with T. Maybe it ends in ORT. 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 Does that seem right? I feel like that seems right. The P is kind of screwing it up here. I don't know. Opt? Opt. Ort. Short? No, P. Oports? Plort. Plort isn't a word. Torp. Storp? Storp? Sport? Sport! Okay. Mini. Has the world gone mad? Of course. Cause of increased odds and decreased disease. Huh? Snap? A naps? Increased Oz? Aww. A romantic dozen. A baker's dozen? A baker's dozen, no. Still competing. Active? No, still competing. Jeez, okay, let's come back here. Flower, as described by 1, 4, 5, and 6 across. Iris? Flower bed. Flower bed? One, 4, 5 across. I want to say it's bed, but like we'll come back. A certain religious Jew? Jesus. Why don't I know this? I don't know. Help with a crime. Why am I just blanking? Why am I just so bad at this all of a sudden? Oops. System. iOS. Operating system. Skeleton piece? A skull? A bone? 4 down in the chest. Rib? Has... roses. Roses. Has blank roses. Help with a crime. Assist. To assist with a crime. To help with a crime. Oh, God. Certain religious Jew. I don't know. The increased cause of Oz and decreases Z's. Baby? Baby. Has baby roses. A bed? Is this Hassad? Huh? A bet? No? Oh, didn't mean to do that. It's kind of large. Still compute. Has baby roses. A flower bed. Still competing. Or a help with a crime. What if we just keep guessing letters? Oh, something's wrong here. Okay, something's wrong. Still competing in it? This is why I should never assume names, guys. Okay, let's see. Clock? Pancake. Frisbee, pancake. Okay. Coaster. These are flat things. Flat. A pick is flat. Things that revolve, maybe? Things that spin. Carousels, frisbees. Clock technically spins. Okay. To strum, to pick, to bend, and to slide. These are guitar stuff. Things that you can do on a guitar. Pa-chung. Okay, that's good enough. Brum. A record, a record. Coaster. Beast. A candelabra. Candelabra seems like... Okay, so like... Oh, wait. A clock, candelabra, beast, and a teacup. Characters in Beauty and the Beast. Okay, that seems right. Lounge, carousel. That leaves... Yeah, that leaves carousel, lounge, coaster, gates, frisbee, pancake, food court, record. A coaster, a frisbee. Record spins, a frisbee spins, a carousel spins, and a... These are all things that spin. But we could also go with flat. Can we still go with flat? These are flat. These are things that are flat. That works out. Food court, a gate, a carousel, and a lounge. Oh, these are things inside of a airport. That's airport. Okay. So we got airport. We've got Beauty and the Beast. We have things you do to a guitar, and then we have things that are flat. Okay. I want to say Beast, Candelabra, Teacup, and Clock is going to be our purple. I have a weird feeling. Yes. Characters were transformed to in Beauty and the Beast. Okay. Maybe parts of a airport? It's always green. It's always green. It's always green. Okay. Flat things. Oh, no, wait. Maybe things you do to a guitar? Yeah. Guitar. And then... Skies. I keep getting the right groups. I can't get the right order. At least I got purple. At least we got purple. Purple first. Scene in a pond. Ducks. What's seen in a pond? Water? Pond. Frogs. Goose? Geese? Seen in a pond. Toads? Flies? Tadpoles? Tadpole? A toad and tadpole. Let's see. Seen in a pond. Seagull. Spelt wrong. A tense. Tense egg. Oh wait, a lily pad. A lily pad. Stick to the pond, Froggy. Tail. A jean tail. I feel like tail is something. So the thing that we used to call it is a cat tail. I don't think it's called a cat tail here though. Those big fluffy hot dog looking things, corn dog looking things. Algae. We got algae. We got a weenus. A weenus in a pond. A snail. and a newt, and a newt. 217, not bad. And there we go, our daily Dolces. How'd you guys do? At least it wasn't Samuel, right? At least it wasn't Samuel. All right, let's mosey on back. We can do some more chatting. Wham. Wham. Wham, 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 wham. Wham, 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 wham. So, I got a number of comments on one of my shorts earlier today. So apparently it's not how you pronounce Alphaba. I don't know how you pronounce it. Wordle was fun. Mini can S my D. The mini was weird. I didn't feel very good about the mini. That's for sure. How do you pronounce this? Alphaba. Oh. From Wizard of Oz. How do you pronounce her name? Alphaba. 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 Futaba. From Persona. Alphaba. Alphaba. Futaba. You know what's actually really funny? When you read a word, right? And you know what it means, but because you've only read the word, you have no idea what it's like pronounced like. That happens to me actually quite a bit. My internet's so bad. That's okay. I'm glad you're here. That's a nice thing to have. So, thank you for keeping me company, even if you're just sitting in silence. Lurkers, if you're out there, I don't see you, but I appreciate you. I'm probably gonna do morning streams during the weekdays, because that's how my schedule works out for me. And then. And then, I don't know, weekends are probably going to be our gaming streams over on Twitch. So we're going to have pretty much 2 on YouTube and then 2 on Twitch. And that's, I hate having a split thing, but also I don't think really gaming fits in this channel right now. Maybe not right now, but, you know, maybe if things start to, like get a little bit more consolidated, I think we might be able to maybe fully integrate everything over into this side. I have always wanted to switch to YouTube, but like I never really knew what I wanted to do with YouTube. And so like, I don't know if you've seen me do like some self-discovery content, basically things that are like, do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? Like, I'm all over the place on my earlier YouTube stuff, and it's like, damn, what was I doing? But now I kind of feel like I know what I'm doing, and so like, maybe I think the stream is relaxing. That's great. I love that. It's what we're going for here, and I'm glad you could feel that way here. I think you're going insane because you get that red line when you misspell it. Okay, so when I get the spell check on my computer, it's set to Canadian English. And so when I spell the word color, C-O-L-O-R, it's like, you spelled that wrong. I was like, no, I didn't. And it's like, you need to spell it C-O-L-O-U-R. I'm like, I don't want to spell it that way. The one thing that kind of fucks me up, though, that I really like spelling things this way. And I feel like a maniac. But in Canadian English, we spell words with T-E-R as T-R-E. And I love I love how the way that looks. So for example, center. If you spell center, it's C-E-N-T-E-R, right? But in Canadian English, it's C-E-N-T-R-E. And it looks so much better in my opinion. It looks so much cooler. I think it's only center. It doesn't work for winter. Center. I love when center is spelled C-E-N-T-R-E. The foyer. Oh my god. A foyer? Like a front foyer for a building? It's spelled F-O-Y-E-R, foyer. But it's a foyer. Because it's French. Listen, there are things I don't like about French. There's a lot of things I actually do like about French. It looks French. It does look French, but like also, I grew up seeing centre everywhere. The garden centre. So if you like see, like you go into your Home Depot or whatever, right? Oops, garden center. See, garden center. That looks so cool, doesn't it? I think it looks cool. I like it. The garden center. No, the garden center. It's a little classier, you know? You know? The garden center. Home Depot garden center. Get your garden supplies here. There's fertilizer. It's probably mostly poop. I hurt you with that? It's a beautiful word. It's beautiful. You love it. You love the word center spelled R-E. It's cool, but wrong. No, it's right. It is the only word that I will spell in the Canadian way and be adamant about it because it looks cooler. Color, the U can fuck off. Armor, the U can fuck right off. Center, that's where it's at, baby. The center of performing arts. Don't go to art school, guys. If I were to give you advice about college, guys, about art school, don't go to art school to learn your craft. And it sounds insane, right? Don't go to art school to learn your craft. Go to art school to network. Fuck the lessons, network, okay? It might be different for like, you know, going for a doctorate. Yeah, learn your shit, get your doctorate, whatever, right? Art school, network. That's why you need to go to art school. Not to learn art, not to get better at art. It's to network. And you know why? Because art can be taught, but it can't be, I want to say learned, right? Art is an expression, right? So no one can really tell you how to express yourself. But you can tell people how you want to express yourself. And they'll be like, you know, I think I know a guy for you. And then they give you their card and then you hit them up. And then all of a sudden you get $1 million because you made something really, really cool. Yeah. You know what I actually kind of wondered? Who was the first person to do latte art? Because latte art is such an integral part of coffee culture now that like, who was the first person to do it? You know? And now it's everywhere. Art is legit the most subjective to what matters to another, because beauty is not eye in the beholder. Never forget the art exhibit of a banana duct taped to a wall. The funny thing about banana duct tape to a wall is that it's recreated everywhere. And it's... So people can buy the art piece of the banana duct tape to the wall. And, you know, when people buy the banana on the wall, what do? They eat it, right? You know what they do? They just grab another banana and tape it to the wall and say, who wants this one? The banana is priced at probably 5 cents, but the emotional value it has, people are willing to pay millions for it. People are emotionally invested in this banana. They are emotionally invested in the banana, and there's no price for emotion. The banana, you can get anywhere. But this banana, everybody's eyes are on this banana, and you could have it. Honestly, it's a little bit of a statement in itself. Like, things are expensive because people value it to be that way, even though it's really just worthless. Even though it's worth 5 cents at the grocery store. I'm supposed to be listening to my math lesson and understanding, but I don't think... Hey, do you want to do math together? I love math. What are you working on? Are you working on trigonometry? Are you working on percentages? Statistics? What are you working on? I want to help you with your math homework. What's your math? What's your math? I'm a math nerd. I love math. Do you guys want to say the prime numbers with me? Do you guys want to do prime numbers? Okay, ready? 1, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29. It's a concept too, just like money and value isn't real. The price of the banana is comedy. It's great. I love the banana. I would never pay for the banana, but I love the idea of the banana so much. I almost made an entire video on math and why people are doing math wrong. And then I was just like, this is so much energy. And I have to like double check my math every single time. And technically things are right, but also things are wrong. My internet cat, as you were trying to say something. Let me do your math homework. I'll do your math homework. Your math lesson. You guys hear about Chirno's math lesson? I can't remember what it's called exactly. If you get the right answer, then who cares? Okay, the thing is that, like, okay, so let me see if I can do this. Paint. Okay, so we're gonna capture, window capture, paint. Okay, right, so here we have Microsoft Paint. All right, so for example, what was the example one? It was what? 8 plus, is it 8 plus 1, 2 times 3? Hold on a second. Plus 1, 2 times 3. Wait. Math, both are correct. There's a specific one. Okay, yeah, here. Okay, so 20. Oh shit, let me try that again. 20 divided by 5. Open bracket 2 times 2, right? So for me, how I learned math, right, is that if there are brackets, you have to get rid of them. There can't be any brackets whatsoever, right? So like, if you do 20 divided by 5, right, and you simplify the 2 times 2, that equals 4, right? 5 times 4. Let me just change this, right? I'm gonna change it to a division sign. Oops. right? So how I learned math, right? The 5 and the 4 are still connected because there's still brackets around the 4, right? So you would do 20 divided by 20, and that would equal 1, right? And then for some people see this as, you know, 5 times 4. So they see it as this, right? Which is not totally correct. But it also is correct. So with this particular expression, it's vague and there is no real answer. So I really don't know how to explain this, right? So these are not equal, right? These are not equal. So the answers, if you would divide them out, you get either 1 or you get 16, right? And depending on how you do your math and how it's laid out, technically both are correct, but also they both can't be correct because it's the way you do math. So if both are correct, you are saying that 1 equals 16, okay? So then like, oh, I'll give you 1 banana, and then later you can give me 16 bananas to pay me back, right? That's not how it works, right? So when we do this, right? 20 divided by. So if you write this divided by, the divided by actually is the thing that really fucks things up here. The divided by, this thing fucks everything up. So if you were to write this, I'm gonna write this out again, right? 20 divided by 5, open bracket 2 times 2, right? So if this was written like this, right? 20 over 5 times 2, right? That would make sense because you're doing 20, right? 20 divided by this. So this, you get the numerator and you get the denominator. This would be your numerator over here. This would be your denominator over here, right? But because this is vague, right? This could also mean 20 divided by, or 20 divided by 5. Sorry, 20 divided by 5, 2 times 2. So this, just because the way this is written, it can be interpreted as this way, which is a completely different way than this way. But how I see it, whenever there's a division sign, that immediately separates them like this. When it's written like this. But if you had, you know, so 20 over 5? Yeah, so if this here specifically was written as 20 over 5, I would see it as 20 over 5, 20 divided by 5, right? So just the way that this is written, it implies that these are separate. This division literally divides these two into the numerator and the denominator. There's usually never a question that has 2 division symbols that are in the same expression. So for example, you wouldn't see like 20 divided by 2 divided by 5, right? You wouldn't see that. This is something that you'll most likely never see in math at all. So when you see the division symbol, it automatically should imply, keyword is should imply that these are separate parts of the question, which should be written as this. Which means that this would be 20 over 4. 5. Wait, what? How did I get something? Wait, sorry, I did my math. Sorry, I didn't do my math right. Which equals 20, which equals 20, which equals 1. That's why you double check your math. Because I don't know where did I get 4? Oh, I dropped the 5 on accident is what happened. But yeah, there you go, math. It should be this way. It should be 1. It should not be 16. But I can see why people can get 16, though. Thanks for the math lesson. It's this particular question that really, really gets me fired up for some reason. I also really like what's it called? Shapes and shit? Triangles? You guys know the formula for this? Oh, sorry, it shouldn't be x squared, sorry. It shouldn't be x squared, it should just be x, sorry. Get that away from me. It's just a squared plus b squared equals c squared, or in this case, x. So it's just be 3 squared plus 4 squared equals c squared. And then that would be 9 plus 16 equals c squared, which means it is 25 equals c squared, root 5, root c, 5 equals c. Or in this case, x. So x equals 5. Magic math. Math isn't magic, it's science. It's a language that everybody can kind of agree on, no matter what you speak. Because 1 plus 1 will always equal 2. And if someone says, no, 1 plus 1 equals 1, you're going to be like, no, you're a fucking idiot, because it's not how that works. I love math, guys. I love math. You should too. You should also love math. If you're good at geometry, if you are good or enjoy geometry of sorts, you suck at algebra. If you love algebra, you suck at geometry. No, I'm good at both. I'm amazing. I love math, but it takes too much time and I do not have the attention span for that. I love math for that reason, because you can spend so much time on it. What's like a really, really fun math expression? A really, really fun math expression. Oh, here, do you guys want to do a riddle with me? Do you guys want to do a riddle with me? Okay. Let me open up Paint again. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right, so there are there are 4 inmates. I did an extra step on accident, okay? There are 4 inmates. The jailer, or the warden, what does a warden look like? I'll just give him a little guy, I'll put a little star on his head, right? The warden says, you're all gonna die because you committed a terrible crime, but I'm a kind warden. And if you can solve this riddle, you can go free. And so he lines them up, he puts them each on a step, right? They're all facing him, except the person in the back who is facing away. Then the warden says, I have 4 hats here. 2 black, two black, and 2 white, right? So he shows them the hat, right? He has them close their eyes, and he places a hat on each of their head. Sorry for my crude drawing. Okay. He places a hat on each of their head. Okay. So as you can see, there is a 2 people wearing white hats and 2 people wearing black hats. This is the exact layout that he has given them, like the hats, right? So he says, all right, you're all wearing a hat. If one of you can correctly guess what hat you are wearing, you're all free to go. But if any of you say the wrong hat, I will shoot you on the spot. So, out of all of these inmates, 100% without any hesitation, which one can properly figure out which hat they are wearing? Is it inmate 1? Is it inmate 2? Inmate 3? Or inmate 4? I'll give you guys like a minute to answer this, okay? Hi, welcome. Good evening. Happy midnight. 3? You say it's 3? Remember that this one's facing this way and everyone else is facing the warden. This is like one of my favorite riddles, by the way. It's 2? Two. You say 2? Jameson says 3. Oda says 2. Lemon says 2. Carson says 3. Is there a mirror? No, there's no mirror. So they cannot turn around. They cannot speak to each other as well, I should say. So can 2 see 4's hat? Yeah, 2 can see 4's hat. So 4 can't see anyone's hat, right? 3 can see 4's hat. 2 can see 3 and 4's hat. 1 can see no one's hat. Three, 2, 2, 3, 1. No one's saying 1 or 4. Say 2. Okay, so let's talk about it now. Okay, so right, so inmates 1 and 4 have 0 information. Okay, so they have 0 information. So they have no idea. They can't see anyone's hats and they can't see their own hat. So they are automatically like a no, right? You can't figure that out. So let's talk about inmate number 2. Okay, so inmate number 2 can see inmate 3's and 4's hats, right? So he knows that there are 2 black and 2 white hats. And he sees that there is a white hat and a black hat. So he can maybe guess that he's wearing a black hat because there's a black hat here and there might be a black hat behind him actually, so he doesn't actually know, right? It could be a white hat. He could be wearing a white hat because there's a white hat here, there's a black hat here, but this could be a white hat. It could be a black hat. He doesn't know, right? So he has a 50% chance of guessing the right hat because he only can see the 2, right? So how about number 3, right? Number 3 only sees this hat, right? Well, he can only see the one hat, so there's only one black hat, and there's maybe he's also wearing a black hat, and maybe the other ones are white behind him, right? But it's like, what? So the answer is 3. Jameson got it. So that's right. So if inmate 2 saw 2 black hats, he would immediately say, oh, there are 2 black hats in front of me. Mine must be white because the 2 black hats are already gone. But he doesn't say anything. Inmate 2 is like, I actually have no idea what hat I have. And so Inmate 3 says, wait a second. Inmate 2 doesn't know what hat they have, which means that there is a black and white hat in front of him. I see the black hat, therefore I must have the white hat. So the answer is Inmate 3. It's one of my favorite riddles. I want to do more riddles. I really, really do want to make more riddles, or like read more. There's a bunch of ones that are like, look at these pictures. Look at this crime scene, right? One of these people are lying. Who is lying, right? Sort of thing. I got it right, but the equation was wrong. Math is great. One of the logic puzzles that I really, really like, but I never get the answer to them. I can like suspect all I want, but like I'll usually never get the answer because it's usually on TikTok that I see these, right? So the one that this is gonna be like a little off or whatever, right? So Mrs. Smith is in her bedroom and she was murdered. So Miss Smith was murdered in her bedroom in the evening last night. Her body was found in the morning. Something like that. I can't really remember, guys. The police went to go ask questions for the people who are inside the mansion. This is a mansion, by the way. The chef said he was in the kitchen preparing dinner. The maid said she was in the kitchen, or she was in the dining room preparing for dinner. The husband said he was out stargazing with his telescope. And the gardener said he was trimming the bushes. Who murdered Mrs. Smith? I never got the answer to this, by the way. I still don't know. I have my assumptions. But that's one those puzzles, those logic puzzles, I really, really do enjoy. The gardener, I also thought it was the gardener. It's a little off, right? Yeah. But basically my understanding is that what gardener trims the hedges at like 7 o'clock at night? And that's the only reason why I'm like, it's probably the gardener. The dude stargazing, the husband stargazing? Why would it be him? There's no stars at 7. I don't know, there's no stars, the sun is still out at 7 o'clock or something? I don't know. Depends on what you consider evening, right? Thought it was midday. No, it was at 7 o'clock. She was murdered at 7 o'clock. So I know I never got the answer. So like we're all in this together for not knowing what the fuck. As I was going to St. Ives, I met a man with 7 wives. Each wife had 7 sacks. Each sacks had 7 cats. Each cats had 7 kits. Kits, cats, sacks, and wives. How many were going to St. Ives? You were going to St. Ives. You just met a man with 6 wives. that was an easy one, right? Check and turn the signal to the left. Check and turn the signal to the left. Check and turn the signal to the right. Check and turn the signal to the right. Now step on the gas. Now step on the... Sorry, I keep thinking about that song. I really, really like that song, by the way. Parappa. Somebody mentioned the Professor Layton series. I've been playing them. I played a little bit on the stream. But I stopped. Because I got really upset over a puzzle because I gave the right answer, but it wasn't giving me it for some reason. Bum, 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 bum. The St. Ives riddles started your love for riddles and puzzles. I love puzzles so much, guys. It's great. I love a good puzzle. Professor, I've got it. Oh shoot, I caught a stream. Oh, welcome, welcome. Welcome in on in. We were just doing some chat and we're just talking about riddles now. Do you guys have like any riddles that you guys want to shoot for chat? That maybe chat can solve, that maybe I can solve? I do love a good riddle. That's also really why I like the murder mystery genre for like games and stuff. I love Danganronpa and I love like Phoenix Wright. Murder mystery. I always wanted to try Rain Code because apparently Rain Code is really good as well. I'm gonna make you giggle in the middle of the night. Stop giggling. This is serious. This is serious. We want to talk about puzzles here, okay? Puzzle. I'm out of here. Thank you for stopping by, Oda. I appreciate it. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum. Yeah, Rain Code. Rain Code is one of those games I wanted to play for a while. Oh, I actually recently, so I played a long time ago, I played a game called The Somnium Files. And that game was fucking crazy. And they came out with a sequel called Nirvana Initiative. I beat that game maybe about 2 or 3 months ago. And I fucking loved it. And they're coming out with a third one. And I'm so excited for that, guys. You're flying through the desert and your boat gets a flat tire. What should you have in your pockets? What? You're flying through... Joke. You're flying... I'm trying to give you an actual answer to this, okay? You're flying through the desert and your boat gets a flat tire. What should you have in your pockets? Your plane ticket. Yeah? Yeah? Because how would you be on the plane? Your passport. It's the color green. Ah, damn. No one expects the color green. Ba-dum. Ba-dum. It's the color green. Ba-dum. Ba-dum. It's the color green. Also, this has been on the screen for a while. I should probably get rid of that. It's blue because ice cream doesn't have bones. Oh my god, this is... Okay, that reminds me. I don't know if you guys were around for XD culture. I don't know if you guys are around for XD culture. Random XD question. Or is it riddle? Hold on. Because dinosaurs don't have... Do you guys know what I'm talking about? 10 because dinosaurs don't have... Do you guys know what I'm talking about? But I was really young. What year? I want to say it was around like 2005 or 2006 or something. XD culture, man. Because dinosaurs don't have... Purple, because dinosaurs don't eat mac and cheese or something. XD random answer. Oh, it was like a really, really popular question. And a stupid answer. I was like, am I seeing an anime version of Vinny Vine Sauce? It's not Vinny Vine Sauce. It's just a thing that says Vinny, and it's an anime girl. Bwam bwam. Bwam bwam. 4th year high school this school. Happy graduation. Congratulations on your graduations. The amount of times I had to say that. Congratulations on your graduation. XD, like listen, 2000s cultures was something. I don't know. It was, I don't know, man. The funny thing, I don't know. So if you guys like track the trend of like of teenage, what was it called? Like attitude, right? In like the 50s, in like the 30s, 40s, and 50s, teenagers were pretty like obedient. They were pretty like pretty lame apparently. But once the 60s happened, they're like, whoa, peace and love, start to rebel, right? And then the 70s, they're still rebelling and stuff like that. But they're like a lot more aggressive. And then as time goes by, between the 80s, 90s, and the 2000s, 90s introduced the punk era. Like, people were like fucking spray painting shit at that point, right? As we continue to get like through the ages, right? By 2000, it reached the I don't fucking care era. Like 30s, 40s, 50s, right? Pretty docile teenagers. 60s comes by. I was like fight against the man, dude. Smoke some marijuana, that sort of thing, right? And then you go like 70s, 80s. It's like, man, do what you want, party, because like, whatever, man, it's great. Fuck the world, man, just have a good time. Fentanyl hasn't been invented yet, but let's take it. You know, that sort of thing. And then the 90s happened, and then punk rock happened, and then, man, Rage Against the Machine, punk rock, all that stuff. And then by 2000, everyone's like, dude, we're so exhausted. We're so exhausted. Let's just like not do our job. And then like by the 2010s, everyone's like, yeah, fuck it. No, we're not doing anything. And now here in 2020, the era of 2020, everyone's like, literally, let's just not show up to work. Children born depressed. Man, it's so real though. Like, so between like the punk era, right? Everyone was so angry. And now in 2020, all the kids are so depressed, and it makes me kind of depressed actually. I'm not even a kid anymore, and I'm like, man, I don't want to do shit. Next year I'm graduating. Ooh, congratulations on your graduations next year. Do you sleep with socks on? Kind of. It depends. So like, if I start to overheat, I'll take my socks off. But no, socks stay on generally. The socks stay in bed. If we're going to bed, the socks stay on, okay? Fluffy socks for life. I'm not a big fluffy socks person. I'm more of like just a cotton sort of guy. You know what I really don't like? I really don't like toe socks. I really don't like them. They feel gross on my toes. I don't want to feel my toes, you know? Talking with my mom and just heard, let's do crack even though it's not made yet. I'm so sorry. Fentanyl's not made yet, but let's go do it. The texture, yeah, I don't know. I get really, really weirded out by like clothing textures, specifically crushed velvet. I don't know if you guys have ever touched crushed velvet before. Crushed velvet doesn't feel good. I don't like it. It makes me want to, like, I put my hand on it and I rub crushed velvet. Makes me want to throw up. That's the kind of texture that it gives me. Yeah. I never wore socks. Should I try? Have you been free balling your feet this entire time? Of this entire time you've been on the earth? When in doubt, toes out, I guess. When you live in Canada, though, socks are a necessity. Sandals only? I guess, yeah. Sandals only. Sandals only. I'm not a sandals person. I'm thinking about it now. I'm like, I don't like sandals. I don't like Crocs either. Like, people love Crocs. No. I'm not about that. They apparently had some Croc gloves. Flip-flops only. Summer gets hotter and hotter. Oh, Australia. Is it getting colder and colder? How's the southern hemisphere right now? It's always hot here. Blech. I hate it when it's too cold. Honestly, I prefer hot weather when it comes to extreme weathers. I prefer it to be extremely hot than extremely cold. And I think it's just because my body, just the way my body works, my body releases a lot of heat. Therefore, I'm constantly cold. So like I can adapt to hot weather. The heat just leaves my body. However, when cold happens, I hate not being able to move because you're so cold, or shivering so hard and like you don't want to shiver, but like shivering is like the way to keep warm. I don't like it. It's not fun. Anyways, thank you guys for being here today. It's 11 o'clock where I am. Technically not 11, but it is 11 o'clock. I think we're gonna end the stream here. Coolest letter of the alphabet, U. Sorry. Did I take your joke? Did I take your flirty line? We're gonna end the stream now, though, guys. Though, thank you for being here. I'll be back here. On Thursday. I'll be back here Thursday, same time. Probably do some Dolce stuff again. We'll do just a little bit of chatting. B, because it's between A and C. Okay, I like mine better. I like mine. All right. That is all for today, guys. I still need a proper ending screen. I'm still using my Twitch one, so like, please enjoy it for a little bit, I guess. We're gonna go. If you guys want to check out, I have my schedule posted on my Discord. I have it on my Twitter. I have my Blue Sky, and here on YouTube as well in my posts section. So if you guys want to see what I'm up to and what I'm streaming, what I'm doing, you can hit me up over there. All right? Sound good? All right. I'll see you guys next time.